as we've seen. Wins unite us all. Because when we win, I know we're talking about divisions.
Well, actually,
if you win,
I don't think it does.
But I mean, if you win consistently, that's what.
If you win
consistently, but if you win occasionally,
I think we're in a spot. I don't know, Owen. I don't know anymore because I think we're in a thing where if Frank cuts his hair, that's not going to stop. I think it'll get worse. I think what will happen is that all the people over there that do this type of, like you say, going after people, just waiting. I can't wait till we get good or go on a good run, so I can just unleash on anyone who's been negative throughout this awful period. Because if you can't support us when we're losing, you can't support us when we're winning. There's some people struggling this morning.
Flex has lost his voice because he was
madness
from that
madness. There's some people, that are. Like you said, you've just proved it 100%. We've just seen proof and evidence of people that are waiting in the wings. That's after back-to-back wins. So if Frank cuts his hair, you say it will unite us. Most of us it will. But then there's going to be this extreme, probably a loud minority, but it's a loud minority. That will be like, we always told you this was the right man. Anyone who was saying Ruben, anyone was saying they don't believe in this manager after Grimsby and all that, hang your heads in shame. You're not real supporters. You're not this. You're not. The fact that anybody expressed concern or discontent in the worst times ever, which is totally valid from what we're seeing, them people don't see it as being valid. There's a group of people, Owen, that genuinely see it as, listen, if you support this team, your job is no matter what the results, no matter how bad or how good they are, you just turn up and say it's fine. And you believe in everything because you're a supporter. Yeah. That's how some people do it.
Matter.
Yeah,
and to be fair, doesn't matter. And the thing is with that, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Like you said, if that's how you support teams, that's totally fine, isn't it? I think then it just. You have to be careful by saying someone that does it differently. You're not allowed basically to do that, or you're not allowed to enjoy the rewards or the positives when they come because you weren't doing what I'm doing. So those people, like, put this way,
you don't get to take the high ground after show, being hammering out. Now you face up to your sins and want to claim no one should do it.
But I don't think we are taking the high ground. I don't. Because this is also, I think, when this prevents you from sharing your opinion. It does, because you basically are like, right, do I say what I'm thinking, how I actually feel? Because if I do, I'm excluded from winning. Basically, you know what I mean?
That's like, exactly what it is. That's a good way of putting it.
Then it's very, like, put it this way. I always
it's not that you shouldn't have the feelings. They're saying you shouldn't have the feeling. That's what makes
you can't. You shouldn't enjoy it. You shouldn't. You know what I mean?
No, not enjoy it. No, you shouldn't enjoy it. You shouldn't have the. When you're saying, should I say my real feeling because I could get excluded?
Yeah,
that's not even their gripe. Their gripe is you shouldn't even have that feeling. That's the feeling that makes you fake
in the first place.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we're into thought police territory. You know what I mean?
100%. There's two types of police. They police everything. So first of all, what you're not supposed to do as a fan is have any doubts. Don't have that doubt. And not even doubt. Don't even say
this is the mind deaf, Flex. This is the mind deaf, because then where is that line? So who am I allowed to criticize?
Nobody, because you've got to be a fan.
That's what I mean. So where's the line? I don't know where the line is there. You know what I mean?
Because it's totality. Exactly. You got it. We're talking about the people that are the extremists of, like, everything. Like, you don't go against your own. You don't criticize the players. You certainly don't criticize the manager, and you certainly don't look at record-breaking lows to be like, this is why he's not going to be the guy. You don't do that. You just keep saying he's going to get it right. He's going to get it right.
But bear in mind, when that game was happening at the weekend, if we went down this route of, because I've said that Ruben's not going to last, and I didn't say celebrate the goals, I'm a fake fan because I'm not celebrating the goals. You know what I mean? So where does Like, this is when you add logic to an illogical situation. This is the sort of the route I think that you go down. You know what I mean? It's bizarre. Like it really
that is what it is.
Bizarre.
Well, that's what it is, because you do celebrate, because that's what's, like you said. So you do celebrate, so it brings on your fate, because you weren't celebrating before. Weren't celebrating before because we weren't winning. And then if I'd have sat there going, can't believe we've jammed a win here. Can't believe it. Playing with 5 at the back. I'll tell you, that's not the Man United I know. Standards are on the floor, mate.
Remember when
they've hit the post 3 times.
Remember when we beat Burnley? Yeah, right, Flex. And after the game, you went, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty at times, but we got there in the end. And that just turned into, you're not celebrating the win. Fuck you. Like it just. I don't really understand. just to clarify, opinions.
And that's why.
Are not okay. You can celebrate only if you've just, because I use the international fans as a great example of this. Yesterday we had a super chat person come in on red carpet, said it's like 3:30 a.m. in Seoul, right, South Korea, and you wake up at 3:30 in the morning and you're watching the game and you see your team lose or you play badly. Well, you're supposed to be like, well, fuck, I put in a lot of effort to get up and watch this match. If I don't think it's good, I can say it's not good. Some people travel hours to go to Old Trafford. Some people travel from different countries or from one end of the UK, to get to the ground. Or even if you're 5 minutes around the corner, you can say what you want about if you think the team's playing well, or you don't feel this player, or you like that player, you're not feeling this manager. It'll stop you from, you shouldn't be celebrating here because you were upset after the Grimsby game. Like, what? What? This is a football fan channel, yeah? And we are football fans. Even before I was doing this, Flex, and I know you would have been the same, all the time with me and my mates, or my family members discussing, I'll tell you what, this player's good, or that player's good. I tell you what, yeah, we're shit at the moment. We're not. We'll come good now. We won't. It's not going to last. At any point when I was then watching a game with my mates, when we scored or whatever, did they go, wait a minute, are you up cheering right now? Yeah. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. People would turn around and look at him and go, sorry. Sorry. It's just, it's bizarre. And to circle back to Gary Neville's point, I mean, my goodness me. I mean, where are we in the Premier League right now? We are ninth in the Premier League. Depending on what happens at the weekend with Brighton, and this is kind of Gary Neville's point, isn't it? Is that if we won that game, get up to 16 points, Man United could find themselves in the top 6 by the end of the weekend closes. Even someone that's like the staunchest Ruben Amorim critic, I don't think we can complain at all about that. Top 6 European spots in October. But I'd never thought that could be the possibility with the way that last season and the way we started this season. So absolutely, you then sort of not backtrack, you back off a bit, don't you, and go, exactly. How can you be calling for a manager's head that's won 3 in a row and is in the top 6? But again, it's based on results. It's always based on results.
And you go back to that Burnley one when you say, I'm just looking at some of the comments there because it wasn't convincing, but at least we won. And was talking about the positives and then what happened in the second half. And it's like Flex is hammering out now. You can see from his review, apart from Grimsby shit show, the team has actually improved. We totally dominated the first half. Not talking about anything about the second half, like the game's not 2 halves. We know where you need to improve. Flex, you can do better. Flex called for the manager to be sacked after 2 league games. He has to be negative to justify his stance. Peer pressure. Hate to see it. My man did an entire Amorim Out album rollout last week. I like Flex, but honestly, sounds like a hater in this video. To realize that he went too early now. He can't enjoy United games because he wants to be right so badly. Everyone could clearly see United destroyed them. Went on to the next game. City lost 3-0. Next away game, lost 3-1 to Brentford.
Mel says that Flex, and I think people are extreme with the negativity as well. That is absolutely true because you're always going to have extremes on whatever end of the spectrum there is, right? I think it's, again, it's a slippery slope when we go down into sort of policing of, well, no, you're not allowed to think that. You're not allowed to express that opinion, or you're not allowed to, you can't participate in this victory, or you can't do that. That's when you sort of go, I don't know, because I look at myself and go, I know that that's what I was like with Erik ten Hag. I remember for a long time with Erik ten Hag, I was like, no, you can't be you can't be that critical. No, I remember having these conversations with guys on the full-time view members on the channel, being like, no, you can't say that about him. You're being harsh. You're being overly critical. And that whole FA Cup final was a big eye opener for me in the sense that, you know, there was this, we won. And then, like, you know, the open letter and all that kind of stuff. It was just like, you know, it's just people can think what they want. You know what I mean? It's like it's that's calm. It's cool. And also, if they do change their minds, that's fine too. As long as they are open to hold their hands up and go, yeah, I got that one wrong. And there should be more of that in football and I guess just life in general, because there is this sometimes this I don't want to seem embarrassed because I said this. You know, you can admit that you were wrong, but also you shouldn't be, I think, pushed into being like, you have to admit that you were wrong based off one game, because
that's what they're asking you to do. Also,
if
you change your opinion back after one game, you're also not credible or not accepted by these people. Well, you're just flip-flop. You change your thing after one game. The real thing is just don't care. Like, that's it. All of a sudden it's because you've worked at Sky, it's because you've been on TalkSport, it's because you've done Finalysis and talked about it. It's all because of those reasons. It's all for clicks. And all it is total bollocks and people talking out their backside and not understanding that they just don't agree with your opinion. Fine.
And for the record, when it comes,
it's okay. It's okay.
When it comes to that, actually, I mean, you would know this better than I, Flex. You've been on more platforms than me. Any platform or anything that I've ever done with Sky or TalkSport or whatever, they've never asked. They just go, do you want to come on? They don't go, by the way, you've got to say this, you've got to think this. They don't even think that. They genuinely don't. That never gets brought up.
It never once.
Never, ever. Never gets brought up like, oh, we're going to do this. Can you, like, just say this about the manager?
Never once happened.
They just literally go, can you be here for like 10 o'clock? And you go, all right.
Go, yeah, that's it. But the irony. The irony of the people saying it are people who've never been on it, never had a call to go on it, don't understand how it works, who they don't get it. But that's why you just laugh and keep it moving, because actually you can't please these people. You just got to turn up every day, give your opinion. People choose whether they like your opinion or don't like your opinion, whether they watch you, whether they don't watch you, whether they hate you, whether they love you, whether they like you, whether they loathe you. That's just what it is. That's fine. That's why you just got to have thick skin and just keep it moving.